comic book fans, and welcome to another suddenlycomics.com video. It's a Monday night, it's the price variance, and I'm here with everybody's favorite Canadian. He's been to Nova Scotia in the last week, but he's back, and I don't even know where Nova Scotia is. It's somewhere up in, is it near Alaska?
Other side of the country.
Oh,
Country.
on the other
It's
side,
on.
to Alaska,
It's east coast of Canada.
East Coast, right? Is it upwards? Is it near the top? No.
No.
Okay, I have no idea. My geography of Canada is pretty poor. Right. Okay. On let's talk about comics. Both of us know a bit more about comics than geography. Well, at
Mhm.
least I do. Alan's probably pretty good on both. We're doing hottest Silver Age comics of the week, as usual. And this time it's big boys. Okay, so we worked hard. We started off at $4,000, and the last comic in Alan's show was X-Men 1. So we have got five bigger comics than X-Men 1 here
Mhm.
on my show. So
Yeah.
there are some usual suspects. And off we go. And the first one, I love this comic. This is
Yeah.
the first appearance of Star Sapphire, I believe.
Yeah. In the Silver Age, she
Yeah,
actually makes a Golden Age appearance, but um, I just think this is so cool.
it is cool.
Like, I actually love this cover too. It's a cool cover. I'm just surprised that this is one of the books that made the list. I was
It's a
happy to see
great
it.
cover. You know, this actually does sell. This is this cover. I don't know what it is. I'll tell you what, Alan. The last London Comic Mart was at. I had a pretty decent copy of this. I think it was about a 4.0, uh,
Okay.
4.5. So it was a decent copy. It wasn't slabbed. It was raw. And I had it up for sale for reasonable amount of money, you know, for 150, 160 quid, something like that.
Okay. What grade are
And
we talking about here?
I think it was about 4.0.
Okay, that's actually a good price.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And there's this girl comes to my stand. She's about 18, and I think, okay, I'm not going to sell anything here. And
Mhm.
she picks this out, and she says, "Will you do me a deal on this?" Um,
Wow.
yeah. So did a deal. She bought it. She was very happy. Um, and you know, there's two great things there. One is she was young, buying comics.
Mhm. Yeah, that's always good.
She knew what a good comic was as well. You know,
Yeah, she grabs a good one. This is
she
great.
wasn't buying rubbish. And she knew the prices because she knew it was a decent price. So
Mhm.
yeah, I was encouraged by that. Still got some comic collectors coming up from the younger generations, and
Yeah,
they're not all male either.
yeah. I mean, Star Sapphire is a really cool character. I love the other one with her where Superman's kissing her boot. That
Yeah,
is just
yeah,
such,
yeah, yeah. That's a good.
that's an iconic cover. I just love
Yeah,
that cover.
yeah.
Um, yeah. So I don't know. I like Star Sapphire. It's very partial
That's a
to her.
great cover. Is it Gil Kane? I'm fairly sure it's Gil Kane, isn't it?
I couldn't quite read it.
Yeah, Gil Kane. Gil
Gil
Kane,
Kane, yeah.
Murphy Anderson cover. Yeah.
So so Green Lantern 16 in a 9.4. First appearance of Star Sapphire. How did she do?
Well, that's a good price, isn't it, Alan? 6,600.
Yeah.
Maybe I sold my comic too cheap.
Well, this is a way higher grade.
Oh, yeah, yeah, no, no, I know this is a way higher grade. Yeah. Right, let's have a look. How did this do? I'm interested in this one. Oh, it's a record.
Oh wow. And it's like not even a little record. This
Yeah,
book
I
has
mean
shot up.
it's up on last sale was a record, and
It was a massive record, actually.
this is higher than the last sale. So two records in a row for this comic. Wow, look at that graph, Alan. We don't see those much more anymore these
I
days,
mean,
do
this is like a COVID spike
we?
after COVID.
Yeah, there's no COVID. The COVID price was, well, it didn't really sell in COVID. It
Wow.
sold in December 2020 and then didn't sell again until
Well,
2020.
2020 is COVID.
Right. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay,
And
2.8.
that is a spike. It would have been considered a spike.
Right. So for some reason this comic is really hot.
Just shot right off. Yeah. Just poof.
And
Awesome.
that's not a one-off because it's had a second one at the same sort of level.
Yeah, this is great. Wow. My buyer's market thing is becoming reality.
I have to say, this is a
Or
rare
seller's
thing.
market.
This is
Yeah.
this is only three sales in 5 years.
I know, but but I mean, look, the trend line was really low and now it's just like jumped crazily.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not many of these, only 760.
Yeah, there's only 765. It is a DC though, Alan, so we are into the lower numbers.
I'm curious why this one of all books
This
would
is
go up.
taking off, isn't it? I wonder if she's not a symbol of gay pride or something, is she?
No, I don't think so.
Well, for some
Um,
reason, this has taken off.
yeah. I mean, it's a cool book, cool character, but I haven't heard her being used anytime
So
recently.
if anybody knows any reason why Star Sapphire should be bucking the comic market trend, let us know
Yeah.
in the comments below.
Wow. I mean, this is when I saw the sale, it seemed high, and it is high. It's just
You were right. It's a record.
yeah, because I have a copy of it. I have a raw copy. I think I paid similar to what that girl probably paid for you. Like I think it
Yeah,
was like $100 or
yeah, yeah,
in that range.
yeah.
And it's a mid-grade copy. So, wow, this one's crazy. Is this the highest on the census? No, there's nine
I
eights.
think so. I don't think there'll be. I think there's what am I doing?
It looks like there's nine eights or nine sixes.
Yeah,
This
I'm sure
so
there's a 9.6. There's no 9.8.
yeah, nine six. Okay.
Now, I mean, again, this is this has the 9.6 hasn't sold since 2019.
Okay, so it hasn't experienced the jump yet.
No, so if you've got a 9.6,
Yeah.
you want to get some money. I think now's the time to sell your first.
Yeah, I mean you'd probably get around you'd probably get 12 to 14,000 for it.
Yeah, yeah, that right. Yeah,
Not bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there's only six 9.6s, and there's no 9.8. So at
Yeah.
9.6, you're at the top of the, highest graded.
Mm. So nice.
Yeah, very
Well,
nice.
okay, so that's a good way to start your list.
Right. Okay, that was a good one. Now here we go. Here he is.
I'm not sure if you've seen this one before, but this is Amazing
It does
Spider-Man number
look
one.
familiar, Alan. It looks familiar.
Yeah. It's the first appearance of John Jonah Jameson. And you know, you got the first crossover with the Fantastic Four as well.
Yeah. And the origin retold. And great cover art by Steve Ditko.
Hmm.
Yeah. And the great storyline. Spider-Man gets trapped in a door. There we go. That's about it. Why? Okay. I don't know what more to say about this comic. We've had it on so many times.
So
It's not
6'5". I mean,
it's not a bad cover. Um,
yeah,
it's a 12
okay.
center, and Marvel very very sort of very quietly in the background here with this small MC signal, which I presume means Marvel Comics.
Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, right. Okay. How much did this sell for? This sold for $14,720, Alan. Is that good or bad for a 6.5?
Mm, I'd say so. I think this is more of a $20,000 book.
Oh, okay. Well, that's 50.
But I'm thinking older times, longer times ago.
Oh,
So
let's have a look. It's not good, Alan. It's not good.
yeah,
In
yeah,
fact, where's pre-COVID?
yeah. So even the FMV is 21,000. Yeah, I would have thought around
Alan,
20,000.
this
I was
is the
good at
worst
guessing.
performing of the comics today. In that
Yeah,
pre-COVID price was $19,000. This is now nearly
yeah.
$5,000 lower than pre-COVID.
Well, that's why I said I thought it was a $20,000 book.
Well,
It's
it was a
didn't
$20,000
perform very well.
book before COVID. It's not anymore. Why
Yeah.
has this done so badly?
Wow, it's actually only one, it's a half grade point higher than mine book too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're probably about $5,000 poorer than you were 4 years ago.
I guess so. Yeah, I mean,
Um,
it's sad that it's dropped so much, but I think somebody just got a good deal on it. I think this was like, as I said, this is an auction after a prime auction.
yeah, but it's not the lowest it's sold for.
I
Uh,
know, I know there was that really, how low did it actually go?
it, According to this, it sold at $11,600 in 2023.
Wow. But this book hasn't really been performing that well. I think part of the problem is it has a really high census count.
Yeah, it's not as big as some of them we've looked at. It's 5,000. Silver Surfer
Yeah,
was eight.
I know, but Silver Surfer is cheaper.
Oh yeah, Silver Surfer's a lot.
Okay. So
I mean,
yeah,
this is one of those books that if you're short of cash and you've got one, you can sell it, can't you? It's very fluid, liquid.
yeah.
You might
I
not
mean,
get the amount of money you want for it, but you will get money for it.
this in terms of amazing in terms of Spider-Man, this is the second biggest key. You know, we got
Yeah,
AF-15
yeah,
that and then this one would
yeah,
be the next
yeah,
biggest.
yeah.
Um but yeah, this is not a strong sale. Oh well.
Right, okay. You
Okay, it can't all
better
be
move all
winners.
your money out of Spider-Man into Star Sapphire.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Um, right. Now, oh goodness, here we go. Another
Another biggie.
biggie. It's the first Iron Man. Do like this cover.
And actually, can we zoom in? There's a couple things I want to
Oh
show
yeah,
on the
we have
cover.
to check to see whether all the
Okay,
quotation
does it
marks.
have double quotations? No,
It,
it doesn't.
it's only got half of the second lot of quotations.
And does it have the full table at the bottom? Would be okay. So the two things you look for on the Iron Man, there should be two quotes on near the edge.
That.
On the bottom thing,
Yeah.
if you go down, scroll down, there should be a little bit of blue at the bottom of that table where he's lifting up the gloves.
Right. Does this mean it's been trimmed or is it just the way it's printed?
It's the printing. So some will have it, some will be a little bit better, like a bit better image, and people pay a premium for those things. Like
Okay.
mine has a little edge on the bottom and
Yeah.
almost the second quote. It's like a little less. So,
Because that makes a huge difference, of course, to the story.
oh yeah. Oh yeah, totally.
Uh,
So yeah.
so this one's probably gone for a really low price because it hasn't got either.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think this is a bit low. 6.5.
So what did this sell for? 13,200.
Now again, I'm thinking this is more like a $3,000 per point book.
Okay.
Uh, so I was thinking more like 19,000 would be reasonable.
No, it's a record low, Alan. You're right.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Mm.
Is this low? Is this lower than pre-COVID as well? I think it is. Oh, it's exactly on the pre-COVID price.
Okay, so not as bad as Spider-Man,
But
Amazing
despite
Spider-Man 1.
SN1, but not good. I mean, you $13,200 would have been far better off in the last 5 years on the stock market or in the bank.
Yeah. So I mean, this is one of those books where I mean, you can see there's even a spike recently. There's that's a COVID spike, but there's another spike earlier. People are willing to pay up for this book, but sometimes it doesn't do that well.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. As I said, I always think of it as a $3,000 per point book.
So you've got 4 months, Alan, before no, you've got 3 months before your prediction of
My
the stock
predictions.
market recovering. Uh,
Yeah, we'll see.
it's not it's other than Star Sapphire, she's the only one who's obeying your command.
Yes, exactly. But you
No,
never
see,
know.
Star Sapphire and the Flintstones. That's
Starfire, Sapphire, and the Flintstones. That's where he put the money, kids. Um, so there's like 2,000 of these on the census. It's actually a fairly low census for
for
such a
the
key
ones we've
book.
been looking at. This is a low census count.
Yeah,
it's nearly three, Alan. It's 2962.
yeah, almost three, yeah. But yeah, it's hard to what to say. I mean, this book kind of suffers from the fact that Iron Man is dead in the movies.
Yeah.
There's not much to spec on.
No.
But there could be some hope for this book in the future, where if Robert Downey Jr.,
Yeah.
uh, he is going to be Doom. If there's some way that he can become the Iron Man again somehow, or the Tony Stark, you know, he is from an alternate reality. You never know what can happen. It's movies; they can make anything happen, right?
Okay.
So there is that glimmer of hope.
Okay. Right. Glimmer of hope there for Iron Man 1.
Mhm.
First appearance of Iron Man. And moving on. And it is another cracker. Uh,
Hmm.
this is Journey into Mystery number 83. The first appearance of, well, it's not Thor, apparently, according to Alan. It's the first.
Yeah, I think his name is William Blake. If
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
it's very
that's.
confusing to have all these comics saying Thor, the mighty Thor, and Thor. Alan says he's not Thor.
I think it's William Blake. It'll say on the thing, first appearance of
First appearance of Thor, Dr.
oh,
Don Blake.
Don Blake. I was going through my names. I knew it was Blake. I got the Blake right.
Yeah.
I'm
Surely,
not good
as
with
soon
names.
as he picks up the hammer, he's Thor.
Yeah, so it's actually he goes into a cave and he finds a staff
Right,
and he's like trying to open up the cave because it's been closed in, and then he basically taps it in the process and then becomes Thor.
right. Okay. An
So
everyday occurrence for ordinary people. Right.
basically, yeah.
Um, okay. Green things dropping
Yeah,
from
it's a 7-0.
green things
Yeah.
dropping from a spaceship is always good.
Yep, the Rockman.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're very Ditko-like monsters.
Hmm.
Ditko this or was it Kirby?
It
I'm
might be Kirby, I think.
I think it's Kirby. Oh no, it
I think
says
it's Kirby
Kirby,
actually.
Steve Ditko and Don Heck, but it's a Kirby cover. I think he's been working
Yeah.
with Ditko too much because those monsters look quite Ditko-y. Right.
And there's no top hat guys,
There's
or is
no,
there?
oh wait a
Is there a
minute, there's
guy
a
in the
man down
background?
here. There's not many crowd. There's not
I
many.
see there's a man there. There's one man. Does he have a
There's a man there. He
hat?
doesn't have a hat. Yeah, it's not. Oh, does he have a hat? It's a
Oh,
tell. Yeah, I think he's.
hard to tell.
I
I
think
see a
Kirby's not
person,
on form here. I think he's been affected by Ditko.
but there are the little people. He at least has his little
He does
people,
have his
and
little
he
people. Yeah,
likes that. So
yeah, that's true. Okay, right. This is sold for
our
near
criticisms of Jack
nineteen
Kirby are
thousand
crazy.
eight hundred dollars. Are we going to have a big comic do a decent price?
I don't think so on this one.
No, no, but at least it's
Again, I kind
falling.
of know the prices.
It does appear to have stabilized at 19,800. The last,
Yeah, I think this is like a $20,000 book, just as FMV says. Um,
well, that's because the last
and
two sales have been 19,800. When you get two sales the same, um, Go Collect algorithm says that's the fair market value.
yeah, I think that's probably right for this book. It's still way below pre-COVID. It's not
Right.
below pre-COVID. I mean, it's not
It's
that
above
much,
pre-COVID.
but
Pre-COVID,
not much,
not
is it?
much. No, no. The worst performer is easily Amazing Spider-Man 1, which is 5,000 lower.
And what's this one above
This one is
pre-COVID?
2,000 higher than pre-COVID.
Okay, so not too bad.
Okay.
Um, but this one, if you look at the trend line on it, not that exciting.
It's not
It's
right.
not like it's very, you know, I almost feel like bringing in a little bit of math into the comic book investing thing, where what you can do is to determine the value of the comic, you basically look at the angle of the curve
Yeah,
of the trend line,
the
I should
trend
say,
line. Yeah.
and you can say, oh, this is a 45-degree comic, or this is
Yeah,
a
I
10
mean,
degree comic.
yeah, you wouldn't put your money in any of these comics really at the moment, would you?
Mm,
Uh,
No, no, this one's it's a cool book. Everybody wants it, but it's not one that goes up
No, if you want to make money at the
very
moment,
fast.
you've got to put, if you want $20,000 to spare, I don't think I'd be putting it into comics.
Well, some comics depends on the which comics.
Yeah, well, yeah, uh,
Um,
probably not these ones. Right.
no. Okay, how many on the census last?
Sorry,
I always like to ask.
2,615.
Yeah, okay, not bad. Sort of a averagey census. Okay, so
Right, last comic. What's it going to
mhm.
be? You're all thinking it's going to be Amazing Fantasy. It isn't. It's Fantastic Four #1.
It's a big sale, but not a high sale.
Uh,
Um,
okay,
yeah,
it's a lovely copy. It's a 6.0.
I think this is being a $30,000 book, but it's sold for 27,000.
Okay, so you think it's slightly down.
Yeah.
It's a nice looking copy, Alan. It's a very nice looking 6.0.
Oh, I don't have mine up.
That looks, I mean, there's a bit of problem down here on this corner.
Little bit of on that corner, and the
I know
other
that,
corner has a
yeah,
little bit of
both
rounding.
those corners have got a bit of,
Yeah, a little bit of
the
damage.
top corners are quite good.
Yeah, it's a nice copy though. I mean, it is a 6.0, so you're gonna get a decent copy with that.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that's been relatively harshly graded. It could be in 6.5 that. Right, okay.
So Fantastic Four #1, first appearance of the Fantastic Four, first appearance of the Mole Man too, the
First
Mole Man,
first Marvel comic.
and it's the first Marvel where they basically bring back Marvel to life.
Yeah.
It had been sort of circling the drain, and this is the book that got Marvel back on the map. And actually, after a while, made Marvel the dominant player in the
Yeah, now
comic.
if you bought this back in 19, whenever it was, 61, is it?
Yeah, 61, I believe.
You wouldn't know that was a Marvel comic, would you? I mean, that
Um,
little MC there, that's all it is, So if you've not know, Marvel is new on the new, it's new, isn't it? It's a new, but you would not know that was Marvel.
yeah, it was. I mean,
The
sometimes they
brand,
refer to
the
themselves.
Marvel branding there is very subdued.
So in the Golden Age, Marvel referred to itself as Marvel a few times. It
Okay.
had sort of three names. It was Atlas, Timely, and Marvel.
Yeah.
Um, So yeah. Yeah, but this is them going fully on to the Marvel brand.
Yeah. Well, sort of. I mean, it's not exactly shouting it from the rooftops, is it?
No, no, it isn't. No.
Right. Okay. 27,000 for
As I said, I think this is more of a $30,000 book.
okay.
But
You're right, I think. Although it's slightly up on the last sale. But there was some blip here.
what was that blip? How much was that blip?
March this year went up to 40,000.
Wow. Somebody overpaid.
Yeah.
I can tell you that much. What was it pre-COVID?
Let's find pre-COVID. May 2019, 30,000. Yeah, so it's a 30,000. Yeah. So this is back at pre-COVID levels.
A
Well, not
little bit
quite.
lower.
It's lower than pre-COVID. It's another one lower than avoid Amazing Spider-Man 1 and Fantastic Four 1, the two biggest Silver Age comics from Marvel.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, this is like literally weeks before the movie comes out.
Yeah.
So in a way, this bodes very poorly for the movie.
Wow.
Because if their major book, this is the book, if you're really into the Fantastic Four
Yeah.
and you're really excited about the movie, well, there should be some hype going on here where this book should shoot up, but it didn't.
Well, when did you last see a book shoot up on the back of a movie?
Well, okay, it's been a few years since that's happened,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
actually, one thing I have to say is Marvel not so much, but DC has had some kind of spikes due to announcements. I think people are more
But
excited
there was a
about.
lot of the, yeah, but it's back to your point about price, isn't it? The DC comics are much starting from a much lower base.
Yeah, and they didn't get hit as they didn't spike as much during COVID. That was the
They
other
didn't.
thing.
No, they didn't. No.
So yeah, so not a good end, but good start. It was a
Good
good start.
start. And then
Just,
it was
just
downhill.
ignore that
It was downhill
last
thereafter.
few.
Right. So that's it. We've determined your investment strategy.
It was all downhill after. Yeah.
We've determined your investment strategy for the next few years by Star Sapphire
Yeah.
and Stones. And you'll be fine.
Yeah. And high grade Son of Solar was the other big thing
Oh
for me.
yes,
Is
high
like,
grade Dr.
you know,
Solo did though.
the those comics, they were, yeah, they were doing really well for some reason. So yeah, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully
Okay.
the movies will do well and things will turn around. That's what I'm
Yes, next
hoping.
few weeks are going to be critical for the comic market. It depends on the performance of Superman and the performance of Fantastic Four 1. I think unless they're really, really good, it's not going to
Mhm.
affect the market. I don't think they're going to do much. If they are absolutely great and everybody loves them, then we could see a little bounce. Right, that is it for this week.
Mhm.
I will see you next week with Alan, of course, and we will again be looking at the hottest Silver Age comics of the week. Bye.